Yeah, we are.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go. Okay, all right. We got proof right there.
Some guy that seems like he's asleep. Need you to wake up, Gilbert. There's a lot of energy.
Come on,
going
Gilbert.
here.
Let's go.
Come on. Dan and Dago is at Moe's.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I got it right.
Okay, that's it. You guys, I am done with mine, but that's pretty much it. Couldn't get better than a 2026 6th-round pick swap for a 7th-rounder. So
Freaking love you, Chad.
Hey, dude. Cool, man.
Compas on the beat, man. Derwin James signing off, man. Watch Compas on the beat, man.
Ooh, welcome everybody to What's Up Bolts. I'm Fernando Ramirez. Big game for the Chargers. They end up securing a victory against the Dallas Cowboys, 34-17, their first 30-burger since beating the Minnesota Vikings in Week 8. So definitely been a while. What's been even more of a while is the Chargers have won back-to-back. They've had 10-win games back-to-back in back-to-back seasons for the first time since 2006-2007, when they were 14-2, and obviously the year after that they were 11-5. But going even further back than that, it is the first time that the Chargers have had the same head coach has had back-to-back 10-win games or more since Don Coryell did it back in the 1979, 1980. So in those seasons, he actually had 3 in a row with 10 wins. So we're going all the way back to the 79. So jump into the DeLorean and let's go there. So, but definitely a big win. And I'm going to repeat these stats right now when Dan jumps on, because I'm sure he is not going to be happy. But Alex, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, big victory for the Chargers. It puts them at 11-4. They are still the 5th seed. Buffalo obviously won their game, but they're still at the 5th seed. The Chargers need some help. If the Raiders beat the Houston Texans, which I believe they're not, I think they're down 7-0, but that's because Geno Smith threw a pick 6 to Derek Stingley. But the only other way that they can clinch tomorrow is if the Indianapolis Colts lose to the San Francisco 49ers. So if Phillip Rivers can give them some help, in a negative way, obviously, then they'll clinch a playoff spot. But we'll see what happens. But all right, this individual that I'm about to introduce, he told everybody before the season, look, I think our basement is 10-7. He said the ceiling is 12 wins. And he made a bet. He said the Chargers will win more than 11 games or more. He won that bet today when the Chargers beat the Dallas Cowboys 34-17. That individual is very happy right now. That individual is a little nervous and a little angry at the offensive line, but he digresses. But it was a good performance today by the Chargers. Let us bring in the birthday boy, Dan and Dago.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, good. Exactly. I got dinner and 2 beers. I'm amped up. 10.5. I took the over. I said, Jimbo, there's no way he's going to get under 10 wins, so I'm good to go. Thank you, Alex. Angie, good to see you. So I'm feeling great.
This is true.
That's hilarious.
Especially if he's going up against Pete Carroll.
Exactly.
That definitely would have been a touchdown at the end.
But, I'm feeling great. I feel good. The only thing that makes me nervous is all of a sudden, thank you. Thank you for that, Delta Shark. Shout out. The only thing that makes me nervous is all of a sudden we're going to think this offensive line are full of all pros when it's not. So, but to their credit, they played well. They could have played, equally like dog shit like they have, and they could have given up to the Cowboys, but they didn't. Thank you, John. Shout out to you. So I think positives to build off of. They didn't punt. I don't think they punted. Maybe they punted once.
Once.
So that's a positive. We'll take the positives where we can get them, won't we? So
I think the biggest positive, and I know you were frustrated during the game. By the way, Alex is right. Trey Harris is looking more and more.
I do like that.
Like a really good receiver, like an option that Herbert is going to be able to go to. Even Keandre had that 3rd down catch toward the sideline where he's able to weave and move and everything. So,
get the first down and avoid tackles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
JLM is asking about Salier, Vidal, and Dante. Jim will update everybody on Monday when he has his press conference, I'm sure. So we'll see what happens with them. But Dan, I thought it was really impressive that in the first half the Chargers give up 17 points. They give up 2 big touchdowns, and they really settled down coming out of halftime. It seems like they were able to settle down the Cowboys onslaught. They gave up some big plays, but really when they got into their side of the field, they were not able to move the ball. They weren't able to score any points in the second half. I mean, that has to be pretty impressive because, again, I personally don't think that the Chargers are going to face another type of offense like this in the playoffs. What I mean is 2 big-time receivers like that, like George Pickens, like CeeDee Lamb. They are going to face some tough offenses. I mean, right now, Jacksonville and Denver in a 7-7 game. So that those 2 teams have featured good offenses. They have good offensive-minded head coaches. But I thought today was a good test for the defense to show kind of where they're at. And I know that they really didn't get to Dak the way that maybe folks would have wanted, but I think they kept the pressure on him. And I think also right now, I mean, I don't know. I just thought it was a good second half performance by Jesse Minter's squad.
Oh, 100%. Let me sidetrack for a minute. Senor Vivma, while you're in here, 2027 Coaches Convention is in Indy. Is that close enough to you in Canada to get you out there? If not, let me know. If you end up going, let me know so I can get you a meal out there. That way we can hang out, talk some ball, shoot the shit. Let me know. Anyway, back to it. You're right, 100%. They were getting picked apart in the first half, and I think the most important thing was the way they responded in the second. You know, they were, you know, I was telling you early in the game, they weren't physical in the sense of they did not. Oh, hell yeah. If you do end up going, let me know. Because I'm planning to go in Indy 2027. I think it's like February. I'll send it to you on Instagram. Although it got hacked. I think I still have you. If not, I'll find you. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. But anyway, in the second half, they picked up the physicality a little more. I thought they did a good job in the second half of getting off the field on third down also. And, you know, again, the way you respond from one half to the other, I think is just says a lot about this team. And that's the most important thing, because you could imagine, right? Guys in the past wouldn't really respond and things like that. And then the second half was just even more debacles. So,
well, it didn't look like there was adjustments made at halftime either in the past.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so That's why it's good to see them actually respond in the second half, and they started being a little more physical, challenging the receivers, owning the line of scrimmage a little bit more. You know, shout out to Caldwell. There was a couple times the Rook was looking real good, taking on double teams, getting thin, getting in there, trying to get penetration. Double teams. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. I like the double Ds.
No, hey. Where's Robert D? He's going to get excited. You said his kryptonite. He might be in here real quick talking about certain beverages and things like that. So, but yeah, again, the way they responded, I think, was really important, because in the first half, I don't think the Cowboys punted. And then in the second half, obviously, you know, they were getting off the field and kicking a lot more. So that was very good to see. I think, you know, Cam Hart early on struggled with George Pickens, and then he kind of like disappeared in the second half and didn't do much. So I think, again, like the way these guys are coming together and playing as a singular unit on defense, even when they're challenged, you know, I think that speaks volumes to the type of team that it is. Again, I just wish the offense could figure it out to that same level. I know I'm probably going to get, you know, that genius who commented last week saying, you know, I don't want to hear about the offense. We're winning games. And I get that. But again, if your goal is only to win games in the regular season, like, then yeah, great. Give yourself a high five or whatever else, because come playoff time, it's a lot different. And you're going to face some pretty good pass rushers, pretty good defensive line and defensive backs. So in my opinion, again, that Eagles game is more likely than not something similar, you know, you could see in a playoff game more than the Dallas game. It's funny because I was texting my bro who's a Cowboy fan, besides the fact that I texted him that I still love him and I hope it's no hard feelings. But this Cowboy defensive line made these guys look like all pros. Like, how many times would this chat not be blowing up about Bozeman, Becton, and all these other guys? And today it's a non-factor. We're not even talking about it. So either we're going to believe this is who they are and they finally figured it out, or we're going to say there was a little bit something there. So
I still feel like they struggled.
Well, yeah,
at times.
Yeah, of course. But that's all I'm saying. Like the perception of it. Like don't think all of a sudden we're world beaters up front and think
to me, like I told you, I still think that if Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater were playing,
course,
I think the Chargers would be the number 1 seed.
Yeah, but
and they they don't lose that Giants or Commanders game.
Yeah, I think the other thing is too, like, really since he's come back, I think I'm so excited for Omarion Hampton. I think he could be really special once you kind of clean house up front or figure out who's going to be in there that's a little bit more effective. Zion has been sort of positive. Like, he has games where he looks good and then other games that he doesn't. So that's going to be interesting to see what they do with him in the offseason. But other than that, I mean, obviously it's slim pickings and you're going to have to figure it out. So,
it's funny. Right now, I can't remember who reminded me right now, but so you remember Chris was getting a lot of crap last week?
Yeah, because of the 9 wins.
Yeah, look at this. Del'Shawn Phillips comes up to him right here.
Double digits?
That's hilarious. I agree with Alex's comment. Hampton would have had 1,000 yards if he didn't get hurt. I think the guy's been special. And I mean, really, it goes back to the old joke I always say on this show. That's why you draft running backs in the first round, kids, because his getaway speed, his vision, how physical he is running through tacklers, like, it's good. And I just wish, again, I can't wait to see him run behind an actual little more competent offensive line. So,
yeah, no, I agree. All right. If you're wondering what happened after the game in the locker room, here it is.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's see this.
A lot of Charger fans.
I know.
Another great team win. Another great win. We're close, but pull it down one time. Pull it down. Get those captains up here. Captains, come on up here.
Oh, there's your dad in the back, I think.
Give me the 3 coordinators, too.
Oh,
Great
no.
job, gentlemen. Get up here. Hey, masterpiece, G-Roll. Shut him out in the second half. Yes, Quentin Ladd, get up here. It all started with 10-3. Justin Herbert, Derwin James.
Dogs.
That's the player-led leadership. That's our team. But the leadership goes all directions.
Johnny Edwards is right there.
So many guys.
Look at his hand.
I know.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Can we stop with the propaganda machine for other people and just get back to, football talk and getting excited after a win? He's trying to hype up everybody in these post-game things now. Last week it was the Spanos. This week it's the coordinators. Like, okay, buddy.
By the way,
let's get back to it. The feel-good stuff.
4 catches over 100 yards and one of the best catches you'll ever see. Quentin Johnson. Hey, he's back home. Same class. He's a dog out here. Quentin, where does this rank in the memory bank, man? You come back home and you do what you did today.
Yeah, just being back home, just being back in Texas, back in Dallas, this always a good feeling. I got a lot of family and friends here, so I honestly woke up this that I was gonna have a good day. So It was just all about me coming out here and execute. So, you know, I'm excited for myself. I'm excited for the team win. And most of all, I'm excited to, you know, put on for my family.
Yep. Win number 11. We talked to Ladd yesterday. He said we have to hit our explosives today, and all you guys were doing it.
Yeah.
What was working today?
So, I mean, honestly, just trusting the game plan, coming in with confidence, and then, you know, at the end of the day, just execute. So, yeah, we feel good about the game plan. So we came out, you know, with some good on our mind. So we came out and executed, and we feel like we did just that today.
I mean, hey, to his credit, he played well. So it is what it is. We'll see if he does it next week. Because, again, the biggest problem I have offensively is just this offense is too inconsistent. You either have one guy carry thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. My bet has been realized. I'm undefeated so far. The only bet I think I'm going to lose is the Broncos winning the division. I got too greedy. I always get too greedy on a bet, but you know, going back to it, the problem with this offense just is the consistency part of it. You have performances like today, and then you'll have performances like last week or the week before where they're just kicking field goals. So it's like, more than anything, find the recipe from your damn, you know, Cheesecake Factory menu or whatever stupid restaurant analogy you want to call it that work on a consistent basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I hope he can figure out pretty soon, because again, more than anything, you have to find plays, personnel groupings, formations that maximize the talent of your personnel. So don't try and put, you know, a square into a round hole and then, you know, blame that the players don't understand or whatever else because it's not Burger King. So that's what I hope they can do moving forward. The real test is going to be next week, because you're going to have two edge rushers who are dogs. You know, Houston plays a very tough-nosed defense, and I'm sure they're going to be all hot and bothered, excited, because they get another shot at the Chargers when they remember the game from last year. So
the Jaguars just took the lead, Dan.
Yeah, but it's the second
Broncos.
quarter, right? Or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, who cares? It's the second quarter.
Let's hear a little bit again from our friend Chris Harry. Let's hear what some of the guys were saying in the locker room.
And he adds another dimension. You know, Kamani's electric, but you know, Omarion in a different way runs a little different, but he's electric. He's got breakaway speed. He can run guys over.
We have so many playmakers over there on offense, and obviously
dog
leading the way over there. There's never a doubt on this side. We started off slow on defense, and you know the offense was rolling right away.
It feels really good, you know, the whole group eating. So it's good when everybody's eating, everybody out there doing their thing, because then everybody's having fun, everybody playing free and fast. And that's the main thing we want to focus on, is playing free and fast.
It feels good, you know. We've always had a dominant offense. Just trying to get their feet back under them, but we appreciate them picking us up in the first half, and then we taking care of the second half.
The game, though, didn't.
Wow. I like the T-shirt suit thing. That's interesting. That's kind of the new trend. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know what we feel about that in the chat. How do we feel about that?
Lewis Hamilton is at the Broncos game.
Oh God, I'm not trying to piss myself off for free. I'm trying to feel good. I'm trying to feel good.
What did
Dan, exactly, Alex. I was pissed he wasn't playing the whole time last year.
Dan, I kind of want you to speak on one player that you've been very excited about, especially since the moment he got drafted. Well, real quick, just hopefully they don't ding us for this. Just can you talk about I know you love defensive linemen. How much do you love number 90?
Yeah, it's Caldwell, right?
No, Tart.
Tier Tart, yeah. Absolute dog. Just shoves him out of the way. Real physical player. Like, that's what you need. He's the one who slapped Kelsey, right?
Yeah.
But like that's what people don't understand. Like, you need that type of nastiness on your team, because it's the same thing in any sport. If everybody remembers when the Lakers were going through and they had Ron Artest, he was the enforcer. You always have to have an enforcer on a team. That way guys look to him when the shit's hitting the fan, and it's kind of like, oh no, we're going to be all right. We got to just pick it up and keep going. Like, especially when you have guys like that who are so bonded together that they do not what's it called? They do not allow that type of manure to happen. I love that. Like, don't get me wrong. I hate penalties, But if someone takes a late hit on a quarterback and a center like berates him or like decks him, I'll take that 15-yard penalty. I mean, don't do it late in the game. Do it in the first half and I'm not in the red zone. Be smart about it. But I will gladly take that penalty because it means you have a bond on your team. And that's the biggest thing. You know, I understand they're paid professionals and they have to do all their stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still the same game. You have to believe in your teammates and you have to have a love and a bond that just connects you. Which, by the way, I love the Miami Vice references.
Dan, what I did want to go, like, I wanted you to speak on is you got very excited, especially when it's because I gave a stat, Dan. So this is the first time that the Chargers have won back-to-back 10 games or more, double-digit games.
Oh yeah, 06, 07. My goodness.
But there was a head coach change in between. So Marty Schottenheimer and Norv Turner. The last time that a Chargers head coach was the same guy and he had back-to-back wins, it was what's his name? It was Eric Coryell, Don Coryell in 1979,
That's the last time a Charger head coach had back-to-back 10+ win seasons.
Yeah.
What a joke. That's what that tells you everything you need to know about who's running this and how it's going.
And so that's why it's a pretty impressive feat what Jim Harbaugh's doing. And again, he's just getting started. We're seeing, and I'm going to lead you into this. We keep on seeing the rookie class from last year and the rookie class from this year start to really, they're getting in the mix.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe a Kyle Kennard hasn't and a Branson Taylor hasn't, but now you've seen last year they drafted Kamani. Kamani came on this year. Like, it's not going to happen right away. The only, I mean, Triquez Bridges obviously left the team because he got picked up. The only guy that really hasn't picked it up is Junior Colson, and we'll see what happens next year when he comes back. But all the other rookies and all the other second-year players, the draft picks from Jim and Joe Ortiz are making things happen. They're all getting their hands dirty in this team.
Trey Harris, how many times isn't he lead block? When do you see a receiver want to block, let alone lead block?
And that's what I'm saying is that all these guys are making an impact. Justin Eboigbe last year didn't play. This year he's come in. He has, I think, 5 sacks on the year. Yeah. They've brought in guys that have really made an impact, and I feel like that's something that we're not paying it, that people maybe outside of the Chargers world isn't paying attention to, is that guys are playing tough, guys are playing mean, guys are going out there. I mean, shit, you have Chiefs fans saying that the Chargers are dirty, and like they've been saying it all.
I love it.
And everything.
I love the hate.
So it's just been impressive to see the way Jim has really changed this team around from last year to this year. That's why I thought they were going to win double-digit games in back-to-back seasons. I understood last year they didn't beat a playoff team except for the Broncos, but everybody had to realize that that's because Jim kind of put paste and sticks and Band-Aids on a team that there was a lot of money spent. There was a lot of crap going on. This year, they now have 2 draft classes. They have 2 free agent classes that they've put together this squad. And that's why I truly believe, this year, I think they'll win a playoff game. Maybe they can win 2. But I think next year is going to be their really tough year. Like, next year is going to be the year where they might take heads off. They will win big time games. The offense will look a lot crispier than it has this year, a lot smoother. This year, it just hasn't looked like that because of some injuries and stuff. But I really feel like if Jim and Joe get guys like Tier Tard and Deshaun Hand re-signed, and they bring some guys back, and then they bring in some free agents, they draft offensive linemen, I really feel like this team could be even better next year. Again, I'm not saying that this season's over, but I'm just saying, like, they're drafting really well. They're bringing good free agents in. And then on top of that, look at this. Like, everybody said that this was going to be murderer's row for them. These 3 games, like, ever since the bye week, they said, okay, they'll beat the Raiders, but then they're going to drop a lot of games. Well, right now they're 3-0 in what is the last 5 game stretch. And they could go 3-2, or they can go 0-2 in the last 2 games. And I'll still say it was successful. It was a successful down to the end of the season move for the Chargers, like the last stretch, was solid because they have beaten the Eagles, the defending champs. They beat the second place team from last year in the Chiefs, and they ended their season. And they beat the Cowboys, who I thought they were going to give them a lot more trouble. They did give it in the first half, but the Chargers really controlled that game. The offense was able to move the football. So I really feel like this Chargers team is playing really strong. Is it enough to beat Houston? I don't know. Is it enough to beat Denver and catch Denver for the
division?
I don't know. I mean, Jacksonville's up right now, but we saw what happened last week against Green Bay when Green Bay was up, and they ended up giving the lead up once Micah got hurt. But I will say that I think this Chargers team is on the right path. I think this is the best this Chargers team has looked in a while. I can't say better than the 2006, 2007 squads because those squads had way better offensive linemen. But with this beat-up offensive line, Jamari Sawyer going out and other guys not being able to play and them using another completely different offensive line, you have to say you're impressed seeing that they've won 11 games.
Yeah.
Offensive line. Joe Alt's barely played this year. Joe Alt played in the first 3 victories, and then he played in the one against Minnesota. So that's 5. So the Chargers basically have been 6-4 since he got hurt. That's impressive, especially with the beat up offensive line that we've seen. And I'm sorry to go on a little bit of a tangent, but I've just been really impressed, especially in the last few weeks where the rookies have really taken over and they've been helping. Omarion Hampton, Aronde Gatz, Andre Lambert Smith with the late touchdown last week. Today he had a catch where it should have only been a 5-yard gain on 3rd and 9. And he scampers and he dances all the way to a first down that helped the Chargers get a touchdown. You have other guys obviously that are making an impact, but I wanted to give you the floor to talk about Omarion Hampton and what you think about him.
Oh, everything you're saying is completely right, though. Like, besides the fact that they're living the next man up type of mentality, and I mean, at times it's been ugly, but I mean, they still figure it out. They don't make excuses. And, I think the most important thing is like, we've kind of talked about this a little bit in the offseason, where it's almost like they're trying to reverse engineer a team. Everyone always says you need a quarterback on a rookie contract and then you max out players around them. Well, they're doing it almost in the opposite way. They have the max deal with like Justin, Derwin, and some of these other guys, and they're spot filling with guys they draft who are good players because they do their research and they know how to pick right for the most part, right? Because no one's perfect.
Yeah.
And they're putting guys in positions to be successful. And I think that's what you're starting to notice. Like, is it always nice and pretty? No, it's been uglier than shit at times, but they still figure out ways to try and pull it out. Where again, I'd be curious to see the stats on one-score games in the past 2 years since Harbaugh took over and compare it maybe to, the last 2 head coaches of the Chargers or whatever. But, more importantly, that's what they've been good at. They've been good at putting games away for the most part and trying to pull away in those one-score games. Now, when it comes
they used to not win ugly games.
That's what I'm saying.
Not
win. Yeah. It would just get ugly. Yeah. It would get uglier.
Yeah.
But and then the other thing with Omarion, I was kind of a young buck when it happened. But, he's given me a little bit of LT vibes where I'm like, if we could just get some all-pro offensive linemen, center, guard, tackles, he is going to be so scary, especially because you have him on a rookie deal for a while. So, again, like the way his speed is just unmatched. Like I know everybody gets excited with Austin Eckler and all that stuff, but he did not have getaway speed like Omarion Hampton did or does. And, that run against the Giants, when I was there to see it live, I just could not believe how fast this guy was. And he outran everyone for like a 60-yard tud, which, obviously if he doesn't go down in that one, I think he didn't finish that game.
And then that physical one where they only needed a yard and he kept on, like he was dragging that defender with him.
Exactly.
Like he was doing that today, dragging guys with him.
So he's definitely he's going to be special. They just need to, again, maximize personnel and fix the offensive line. Yeah, it's going to be – I can't wait to see that guy continue to flourish. I just hope we can really start, getting the right guys in there up front. Because again, look what happens when Herbert has time today. What were his stats? Over 200 yards. I think he had 3 total touchdowns, right?
Herbert
0
today
picks.
was 23 of 29, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Omarion Hampton, 16 carries, 85 yards
Look at
for a
that.
5.3 average and 1 rushing touchdown.
Look what happens when you have time to develop runs, create running lanes, or pass pro, give the quarterback time to throw the football. Like, that is winning football right there. Under 30 attempts throwing and over 15 carries. So, you know, I wish the carries would go up a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, that's where the give and take is, where you're a little bit more balanced. But that is winning football. When you see games where Herbert throws for 50 attempts or whatever, they might win the game there, but that's losing football, because you have to keep defenses on their toes and honest, because once they know it's just always passing situations, then these pass rushers earn their money, because then they just have their pass rushing move in their mind right away. They don't have to play the run. So that's the biggest thing moving forward. How do you continue to get this consistency? How do you continue to keep moving the chains? Because again, like, what people don't understand, this is why I get so annoyed with fans last year, where they're like, he's not pushing the ball down the field, he's not doing this or that. You don't need him to. You don't need this offense to what's it called? You don't need this offense to just be 80-yard bombs every time. I'm a big believer in at the Patriots' height, they would probably get 5 yards of play every single time. And those are chain movers. That's what you want to do. Keep moving the chains, control the clock, keep the opposing offense on the sideline. And that is winning recipe to me. That would be my philosophy. You know, how do you stay ahead of the sticks so you're always setting yourself up with 3rd and 5 or less? That way you're getting short yardage, third down plays. So I like what Senor Vivmal says. Oh, shit. Hold on. Someone commented, and it was I feel like checkdowns are finally on the menu. Way more answers are needed, which open windows. 100%, because that's the other thing. Senor Vivmal, you know just as much as anybody. When you're getting pressure and you're getting blitzes, you have to have your checkdowns right away, you know, filling the spots where the linebacker is vacated. That way you get the ball out quick. Do you know how demoralizing it is when you're sending pressures and the ball's out faster than they can get there? It's demoralizing to a defense. So that's why you have to have your fast answers. So yeah, but, you know, again, I just hope they can keep this up, because again, oh yeah. Yeah. I remember that stat, Senor Vivmal. Mahomes threw the most passes before the line of scrimmage during their double ring seasons. Yeah, I remember that. That was actually kind of crazy. Just an attachment of the run game. You know how that goes. But again, I'm curious to see how they can build off of this, taking the positives out of this. How can they build off of this to make sure they slow down these pass rushers against Houston this upcoming week? That is what's going to be the $1 million question, and I hope Greg Roman is sober and can figure it out.
Could you
imagine if a story comes out that he actually boozes? Like, that would be hilarious. I'd be like, no prior knowledge, I was just guessing. Exactly. I agree with this. We for sure do need Sawyer. Oh, wait. I don't know what that is. We for sure do need Sawyer. He's a better tackle. Don't move him to guard anymore. Yeah, exactly. You remember this. To add to the golden knowledge, you're saying, I'll always remember Bosa telling Brady to stop throwing the ball so fast when we got decked in New England in their last Super Bowl run. Killer. 100%. That's what it's all about. You got to slow down the bad guys.
This was Derwin when speaking of Fox right after the game. This is what he had to say.
I feel like we came out a little slow today, but we picked it up in the second half. We knew that wasn't our brand of football in the first half, but luckily our offense came out. You see the way they was unstoppable today. They had our back all day long.
Oh yeah.
Good job today, really.
Well, you guys were able to shut down.
You have to be impressed with the way that they're just like, I mean, and now I don't mean you, just in general, like the way they're able to kind of change and they're able to to if the way that they're able to like make adjustments, the way that they're able to kind of settle down, the way they're able to do stuff like that, I'm very impressed by that. The way they're able to settle down. I know people are like wondering
Good
about
coaching.
Justin and if Justin's gonna be in the MVP talks. I really don't think he will be. I mean I think right now
realistically, I'm going to tell you all this, and I know everybody gets hot and bothered. Who cares? Who gives a shit? The only MVP that matters is Super Bowl MVP. All this other stupid crap is just so these guys can have their fancy red carpet, whatever. They
like
go
Gilberto?
over there and they, I'm not going to use the, descriptive, what's it called? Saying I like to say, but they just, pat each other on the back. Oh, we're so great. Oh my God, athletes is so much fun. Yada, yada. Who cares? It doesn't matter. No one, I don't care. I'm sure if you ask Justin, it doesn't even matter. He's all about the Super Bowl. He's all about ball. Like, I'm sure if you ask Harbaugh, should you be coach of the year, basically having bag boys up front in offensive line play, he's going to say, I'm only worried about the Super Bowl. I don't care about these things, because that's what it is. Like the thing that people sometimes fail to understand is like, this is a team game. So individual awards, while they are nice, don't mean anything, in my opinion, if you're not winning games and you're not where you want to be. That's just my opinion. No one has to agree with me. The Super Bowl is what matters to these people, in my opinion. Besides, obviously, the money and everything else. Yeah, that's great. Some of them, obviously, they're more in it for the celebrity and their podcast and all that other crap, whatever. But guys who are football players, not people who play football, they are all about the Super Bowl. That's why, again, I think if you ask Tom Brady, would you turn in your MVPs, your All Pros, your Pro Bowls, whatever stupid awards you want for more Super Bowls? He would tell you, hell yes, I would. 100%. Because that's what it's all about. My favorite quote of his was when he ripped some teammate, I forgot who, because he was upset he didn't get selected for the Pro Bowl. And his like response was, you think I do this for the fucking Pro Bowl? Like, it doesn't matter. It's not like, yeah, it's great to be recognized, but that's not what it's about. So, I mean, again, in my opinion, who cares about the MVP? Keep disrespecting him. Make the chip on the shoulder bigger. Make this team hungrier by disrespecting him and not really talking about him in that type of way. So I'm fine with it. That's fine.
We do have this mic'd up video of you and Derwin, who had the game sealing interception. Let's take a look at this.
We've had so many battles, man.
What a great dude, man. Just plays the game the right way, the attitude, the physicality, the toughness.
I love it when, you can get after somebody on the football field. They can fucking pick you up and body slam you, and there's no bad blood. There's just a bunch of respect for how they carry themselves and go at it. And obviously Derwin's one of the fucking best to ever do it, man. So it was an honor to swap jerseys with him, and the honor to share the fucking gridiron with him, man. I'm a guy that I fucking love this game, man. I love it when I get to go up against another guy that I watch on film. I'm like, that guy fucking plays this game the right way.
Isn't it crazy? Like, I mean, like as we're wrapping up, like he's basically on one of those tours where
goodbye.
It sounds like
goodbye.
Yeah, it sounds like he ain't coming back. So
that's fine. This is like a conversation for another day. But I'm not a fan of all these NFL players and their podcasts and all this other stuff. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. I only respect Travis because he always puts Antonio Gates and Mount Rushmore of tight ends. Shout out to you, Haywood. Yeah, it's kind of crazy
remember,
the way.
Remember, I asked him a couple years, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't remember. A lot of people disrespect Gates. I don't understand that, but whatever. Tom, that's hilarious. Tom, don't listen too much here. Sometimes I swear too, but it is what it is. But what was I going to say? But I'm not a fan of these players having their podcasts and everything else. Like, what was this? He shoved a guy or he hit him?
It just happened right now.
Wow. Why? Is that Metcalf?
Yeah.
What did he? Yeah, that's interesting. I would love to know more about that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I wish he would have just cleaned his clock a little bit when they played last week, but it is what it is. If it's time for him to bow out, I'm excited. Get out of here. I can't wait to see all of you guys gone.
Fantastic quarterback play.
It's definitely MVP caliber. I mean, he's doing things game after game that are reserved for only the best, that are in the game and have ever played the game. I mean, him stepping that 3rd and 7. My goodness gracious, as my grandmother Jessie Sapiti would say, that was some kind of throw.
That's what she would say. Your grandma would say that?
Yeah. No, she would just say, goodness gracious, when something was really good. Huh?
We thought you were saying that she used to say that was some kind of throw.
No, just something good. Fantastic.
Wow. I love story time with Jimmy. That's great. Now, let's get on to Houston. Let's see what's going to happen there. So don't kill my quarterback. I hope they can keep this up. So.
Yeah. Those are passes where you believe in him and you say, you know what, I'm betting on Q, and he goes and makes some big plays. And there was another one that I could have thrown further and I should have laid out further.
Yeah.
He's gotten so much better. It's really tough to track the ball like that, and especially running downfield. So I've got so much respect for receivers and what they're able to do. And Q's stepped up so big time over the past couple of weeks. And, it's definitely a part of his game where we definitely need to, throw him more. If he's able to make plays like that, that's on me to get him the ball in space and allow.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I think someone said it at the end of the game or whatever. Everyone ate, so that was great. 100% Haywood. I love that. Great ball distribution today. 100%. I absolutely loved it. So yeah, great time. 11 wins, and we're on to Houston. So let's just hope we can keep this good time rolling, like they say. I think there's a song like that. So it's great. Are you ready? You're looking for something. I don't know what you're looking for because you're over there watching the game and I'm over here.
No, I'm not watching the game. I'm looking for. I was looking for something. No, but it's fine. All right. Last but not least, just to go through it, Justin Herbert, 23 of 29, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Omarion Hampton, 16 carries, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. Herbert, 8 carries, 42 yards, 1 touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 4 catches, 104 yards, 1 touchdown.
Look at the smile you say when you read his stats, huh? You get amped up.
Trey Harris, 4 catches, 54 yards. Keenan Allen, 5 catches, 44. Ladd McConkey, 4 catches, 43, and a touchdown. They're going to need this kind of distribution, and I think they need to add a little bit more of Aronde as well. But I really feel like if they can do this game in and game out, I think that they can make more things happen. So, no, I thought it was a good performance. Obviously, like I said, the defense at first struggled. Then they got it going, and they look good. So they definitely need to keep on going. But all right, Chargers 11-4 on the season. What do they need? They need Houston to lose to the Raiders to clinch a spot. Right now, the Houston Texans are up 10-7 on the Raiders.
Jesus.
On the other side, the other way they can do it is if the 49ers beat Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts tomorrow night. So if tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, if the Colts win, if the Colts lose, the Chargers are in the playoffs and they clinch a playoff spot. So
hell yeah.
Again, the other way that they can win the AFC West, if the Broncos lose today against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Broncos at halftime are up 17-10. If the Broncos lose today and the Chargers win out, the Chargers win the division. So it's still in play. They still have an opportunity at it. So we'll see. And especially because
are they 11-3?
Who?
The Broncos?
No, the Broncos are.
Oh my God. Look at this.
They're 12.
We got a request.
What's the request?
If Broncos lose, Fernando has to twerk on his Instagram.
Who the hell's that?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
hell no.
I know it's just a joke.
No, I know, but I was just looking at it. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, no, the Broncos are 12-2, but the thing is,
so they need to lose this game.
If they lose today, yeah, and if they let's just say that they lose if they lose to today, then they lose to the Chiefs next week, which who knows who's going to be that quarterback? Because I think Gardner Minshew tore his ACL. According to multiple reports.
Wow, back to back.
they should bring out another quarterback out of retirement. Bring out Derek Carr. Let Derek Carr go in there and play the Broncos. So if the Broncos lose this week and then the Chargers beat the Texans and the Broncos beat the
oh my goodness, Haywood,
the Chiefs, then the Chargers and the Broncos play each other for the
AFC West
next or the last week of the season. So that'd be a Sunday night game, possibly, unless the Ravens and the Steelers are still fighting for the division. But the Lions are up 10-3 right now on the Steelers, so we'll see what happens. Again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Jesus, no, making nothing clap. You guys are the best. We definitely appreciate you guys. This week, I think we're going to record, I think from what I understood, Tuesday is going to be the Chargers, Wednesday, and then Wednesday is going to be their Thursday. I don't know, but I think we're going to record Tuesday after the Four Compas show. I think Dan and I will record the preview because we got a lot of things going on Wednesday, Thursday, so we won't be able to record those days. So Tuesday, guys, as soon as the Four Compas are over, Dan and I will jump on. We'll record a preview, and then, we'll be on. So, again, thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, don't forget, Luna's Lives. How the hell does somebody know that?
I know.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Again, thank you guys so much. Guys, tomorrow, Luna's Live on Monday. Gilbert and I will be breaking down this game. I want to hear what Gilbert's thoughts are on the Chargers, especially because you guys know Gilbert will keep it real. And then I want to see what Gilbert has to say. My bad. And then I want to hear what Gilbert has to say about the Seahawks upsetting the Rams. Want to see what his thoughts are now that it's been a couple of days. And then on top of that, Tuesday, Luna's is Four Compas. And then after that, Dan and I will preview the Chargers and Texans game. Because Chargers and Texans is on a Saturday, same thing as usual. As soon as the game's over, I go down to the locker room, I come up, we'll record the show, and then no show Sunday because obviously the Chargers played on Saturday. So just want to put you guys up on everything. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I didn't wear my Santa hat today. What a shame. Dan has a hat too, and he's going to wear it on Tuesday.
I won't. So
appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the best. Thank you guys. And again, don't forget Luna's Live. You guys are the best. Thank you guys. Dan, why don't you get us out? Haywood, I think it's on NFL Network. I believe crazy. It's on NFL Network. That's funny.
He's so sad about his Chiefs.
Yeah, but all of a sudden he has his damn Panthers. Dan, why don't you get us out of here?
Be a compa, tell a compa, and it's a shame that even if you wrote to Santa Claus, you'll never find out why